You know space.
I'll take care of the clock.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm not sure if that's good, but I want
everybody to BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. I'm Dan Bradnell. Thank you very much for being patient with us as we get moving along here. We got Tim Whitehead helping us out as well as supposed to have some others, but here we go. Whitehead, Oregon looking to start out first. 2 minutes first because that's against the Navy Cardinals, so just get that going. Coming into this game indeed. 12:42 to go in the first period as we see in the corner here. Mitchell Norkavicius is in the net for the Falcons. As well. The only goaltender tonight will be Cooper. I mean, playing with the main Moose, he's had some experience. So now here we'll have it and get it going strong. So back at it again. Getting it rolling around, and now here you go. Looking for a lot of day ahead of hockey. In the corner with Granica, both of them going back for it again as well. And then moving great as Jack Blanco has the puck behind the net, waiting for his opportunity. At that right wing position up to the defense, going back in for it again. Looking in front though, and then Bracken goes over to Granica and then right over to Patton as Ellen's taken right back in to the number 27 of John Wayne. Number 61, Patrick Malandra. And that will make it a clean-up engage here to start things off right early. Going to get a line change here. Nolan Penley, Jack Reinau, Austin McMullen, CJ Brown, and Ted Schulze going out for the orange and brown. Here we go now. We got time up ahead and a bit of a fumble as well in the scorecard here at Louisville. There's 20 minutes to go in the second period. It looks like here we are now, but we will have the hand up. It looks like they're going to take number 61, Patrick Malandra, who just went to the box. They will take him on a penalty here right and early, so we're going to get this moving along now. We're into the second period now, folks. 19:46 to go here in your period. 1-0 for the Louisville Cardinals here. That will be my mistake here on the scoreboard. 1-0 now, but 46 to go as we get this one started again with Moses. Really like to appreciate just the patience you've been with us so far today. Everything with that as we go 19:46 to go. We'll be down in the far corner. Getting ready ahead for another day of hockey. We're going to roll along here now with it. We're on the far side and not quite easiest to see. We do a bit of that and would like to appreciate your patience with everything taken today. I mean, going in just 1 goal right out of the gate, going to come from number 61, Patrick Malandra here. That freshman out of Peaceport, Pennsylvania is going to start us off here just for the Cardinals. So a bit about him. I mean, going to the Allegheny Badgers, but he's got the Birds Triple H. He played 42 games for him. And here we go. Getting a goal right out of the gate here, making a 1-0 game. As Bowling Green is down 5-2. They've only got 2 shots on that so far. We'll have to get this one going as well. 19:46 to go here in the second period. That's what started on the official shit here. has been on the road for the majority of their schedule, having 6 road games. Bowling Green has split it evenly with 4 road games, 4 home games. So it's a bit different in that aspect. But I mean, on the side too with Bowling Green, is where they're trying to go with Coach Hunter right now. Both these teams have 0 lead points. They're trying to get ahead for that. But Bowling Green, the 4 teams they played so far in the league have been just kind of up there and marking their spots, if you will. I mean, it's been really difficult to play for that one. And we're going to see us again. Ohio State currently, too far behind the 6 teams. So here we'll go. 11 minutes is what's coming out of the second period. One topic. Our score is now just trying to rush things here. I would presume we'll have 11 minutes to go in the second period. The penalty marks on Bowling Green. That's going to be all beats. And now here you go again. Folks getting this one right back at it in action, but then another great takes it into the corner. We'll be looking just for that. AJ Cooper, the sophomore, as well played with Riley Martin, who is the backup goaltender from Knight. They both played at the Tri-State Spartans, so quite a bit of a connection there as well. But here you go. At 10:50 left is what's marked on this scoreboard here, so we're going to wait this one out just a little bit. Now 48-47 left on the official game clock as that one goes back out and then over to Branica. Mark Bruno trying a bit more defensive today, but then Mullen going to look for something as well. Brady caught up in the high quarter, and there he goes down below the net. Back to Bruno again. The captain going to go cross side, able to keep the stick goes over to Mullen. Has got a hell of an opportunity. In the second period, and we are tied south of Cincinnati. Looks like Austin Mullen's going to be the man with the goal and ties things up here. The third shot on net is successful, and it's the third shot on net today that gives the Falcons early. So here you go. Get this one moving right back as we're going to try to get that one down. Defense right now, we're going to have a stop it play. That is set. And a bit of a mix of the two as well with our monitor. Apologize for that. Appreciate the patience. There's 10-14 and counting left. 1-1 game between both these two teams that we just witnessed. So they notched the goal on there for the Falcons. Now this one gets right back to the long going the other way. With 10 minutes and counting left, we will proceed along with that one. Here we go. It's going to need something. 155 left in the second period. Really looking for something. But Mullen's going to go down there in the corner and take it right out. Going right across and then moving it along. Budai to intercept that goes right back through. And McMullen will have a piece of it there. And then take it right back and forward. Now this one will go up and then across the line with the first off to play with 9:38 counting up. Waiting ahead here. We will get this one. Notched as well. Right back at it. Whatever you did, just undo whatever you did. You had it, and then we lost it. And this one going back and forward. Wait for something along here to take advantage of it and take this piece. So here you go. And this one goes right back in the zone up in the corner, but Dye looking for a hit, but the whistle's blown before he can make contact with it. And we will go with 9:24. Counting left, or I guess not be counting, but now here we go. But going to get reset with that. Thanks for being patient again. Anthony Hagan's going to be taking the draw here for take it as well. We're going to get a 21 from Graham Jacobs for Louisville Turner. Louisville's going to take that one. Not being able to pull through in the corner. Rudo gets knocked just a bit and then goes right back up. And now here we go, taking it the other way. Probably able to pick it off though. But back check for Anthony Hagan takes it from the corner. As we'll have a whistle there as well. With 9 minutes left in the first period. Finally got it fixed here.
I'm going to cut your audio for 2 seconds.
still going to be taking the punt. What's actually going on for them? Get this one waiting and now back for it again. And all will resume. Hopefully all was okay now. Looking at that, we're saying that as long as there's anything we can I'm going to go right up there. That's just waiting for it. But not quite as Bentley has it on the corner as well, and so does Java. As he fights for that one going up and around him. Back up, outside. He's got some momentum going, and then the back step throw going to be Alonzo who will stop it, and then Cooper going to get the ball away in his glove. That'll be the end of the day as we take it on. We don't know yet. By Sam Levin, the original contact was made by Graham Jacobs, who was trying for it as well. And we're going to have 7 games the first period tied out. Louisville leads shots right now 7-4. Jacobs, he's getting kicked out of the circle as well. We'll have to see a new one come in. That's going to be 177 at that point. Got it. It's on now. Really sorry about all this. Just hope that y'all are patient. We really appreciate everything that you're able to help us with. So now we're going to get ourselves a break going into the first intermission. We will be right back. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube.
Test, test, test. 1, 2. Test check, 1, 2. Test check, 1, 2.
Okay, thank you, Chip. Thank you, Chip. And welcome everybody to the first intermission report here as we have a lead that we don't see too often, but definitely an exciting sight to see indeed. We got 9:48 and counting left in the first intermission here. I'm Dan Ridenauer. Thank you for being patient with us, sticking with us from not only the game delay to us having, figuring out where we're actually going to be setting up. We were told one spot and then had to move to another, but it's all good. We appreciate you being patient too, figuring out the equipment for this road trip of the season. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Bowling Green has a lead right now, 2-1 over the Louisville Cardinals. Part of that being the shots on net as they are out shooting Louisville right now 12-8. That's a big part of it as well. And I think a big part of it too is just kind of the breakout and being able to move the puck out and everything with that. What's that? And so as I was kind of saying, just part of that is the breakout and the rush, and Bowling Green's been very successful on that so far today. And I mean, definitely need to, they need to keep that up. They need to keep the breakout. They need to know who has the credit, where the credit is due. We have a big credit to Chip for helping us figure things out here kind of on the phone. But as I was saying earlier, Updike was able to get that goal that gave the Falcons the lead, and then we kept moving along there, and then rolled along as well, kind of the comeback. I mean, the game started off with the first goal being by Patrick Melandra by the Louisville Cardinals, who started it out, and then we saw a little bit more as well. We saw Bowling Green moving the puck low. They tried to move it up high, and then they had to take it back again, and so that was a huge part of it. And then, it was really just the breakout so far today, I'd say, has been a big key in terms of Bowling Green having their success so far today. And, I mean, it's going to have to keep going. Nothing's going to be given to them. And so far, I mean, Louisville currently has 15 guys on their roster, and we're seeing quite a bit, especially, at the later time than anticipated. There was a lot of people that needed to take a nap or needed to take kind of just a rest back at the hotel or Louisville at their own home. But, I mean, as of now, this is quite a game to take ahead and quite a game that you have an opportunity for. So we're going to get moving right along with it, just look a little bit more and see what else is in store as we are here at Louisville. Thank you so much for joining us. And welcome everybody to the second period of play here for Louisville versus Bowling Green. As now here we go. So everybody, I'm Dan Ridenour, and now here we have it. Some more action up ahead as Bowling Green takes a 2-1 lead so far here today that we have going beyond that, and going to just take it from there and go along for what else is new here today, as now we see quite a bit of changes and then differences. There's 3:53 and now getting it set and back along for our second period of play here, as looks like we're going to get Lane going to take the draw for Louisville, and then for your BGSU Falcons, it will be none other than Austin McMullen, who takes it in on a quick shot just right on. And then taking it along back and away here. So now here you have it. Into the corner they go. In the offensive territory for Louisville. Trying to take it back and forth. Right in front. Trying the rebound on Norkavicius. But not quite able to pull it through. And then so we'll get right back for it. And again, going the other direction is now Bowling Green is able to force it in the neutral zone. But it's going to be Cohen, the defenseman, number 18 for the Louisville Cardinals. And then goes right back into defensive territory for the orange and brown, as that C.J. Brown going to be the one to fight for it as well again, and then the whistle to blow with 19:09 left in the second period. So waiting back for it again, and now here is what you have, and you'll see what you get. I mean, it's 2-1 the score right now, 19:09 left in the second period. So we'll get that changed around in just a moment, but you know, again, kind of like I was saying, Bowling Green going to have to play some defense and roll it into the corner here. Ted Scholze and Owen Bentley to be the defenseman. Mark Rudo going to be a forward with Ryan Hoover as well. And then going to look to have 4 out. By the looks of it is now, looks like Louisville will take a penalty according to the scoreboard. But now here you have it back again. Going to be taken just away, and now back to Lane. Playing defense, marked as a forward, but now he will be rolling along. The freshman 6'2" out of Illinois, but then going over to Cone. Going to try a quick pass, just going over to Wick Proctor. Now Proctor intercepted by Hoover, going the other way, waiting for it back again. As now we'll take it right back into the neutral zone. Blank to get the pass over to Proctor. Going to try for something far side right past Norkavicius. That one going nowhere for Louisville. Then taking it right back and through from D to D, going on the right side. The tip in front, not quite. And there you'll have it. Jack Blank not quite able to follow through. And then waiting for it back again. And so now here you have it, and waiting and going back again in the second period, 18:30 left. So we got Tim Whitehead here helping us out, and then so do you have his Shostak as well. Bone Stoller on his phone, but now here you have it, and waiting for it back again. So right into the corner we go, and then trying for it as they'll get the clear. Looks like Higgins will be the one, and then we're going to have Kleinow chasing right after, and then into the corner is Cooper, who's going to have to just get a little bit of a draw. Possible target was Saritsky, but not quite, and then here he'll go again, that number 13 assistant captain chasing after it with Kleinow on the back check. Here we go now. Higgins going to try to make a move, not quite. Going right in front, Zaritsky the shot and scores. 2-2 Louisville. So out of nowhere, the Cardinals will make it a tie game for their 10th shot. And so we are all tied up here. So that is an unfortunate turn of events. But it's the events we'll have. Yeah, that was I want to say Zaretsky. Yeah. So now moving it back again, waiting for it, and now going along. 17:50 and counting left. Going right across, Melandra and then Zaritsky, the two to score today, as Louisville will try to get a rush going for him the other direction as well. And then Caleb Kiesel going to be the one going into the corner fighting after it, and will be the need as well. So now it goes going across the other way. Back into the neutral zone, trying for something, and then Kiesel has the shot, and then Opportunity tries to get it on net, waits just a little too long. Not able to get a hold of it as Updike's able to get a bit of a knock there as well. And Gobble going to be chasing right after as they try to get it up past the hand of Updike, but goes right back the other way as Conway as well. And then the shot on net going to be attempted by Gobble and going through as Conway, a bit of a pinch, trying to go up on that and not quite. And so here we'll go right for it again. And waiting back and through, and so now the 13 shot on net going to be by the number 13 himself, Andrew Updike, the Ann Arbor native. Looks like he'll be on that left wing, just taking for it. Seth Gobble going to be taking the draw back to Updike as Updike loses his feet, goes right over. And then Kiesel going to be forced to chase as well, going with Nympheus from Louisville. Is that one going through and up, and then trying for it as well back again. As Buck's able to keep it in the zone, and then going to be knocked a little bit, and then Atkins has it going the other way. And then rolling back, indeed it goes. As they'll have it on the far side, going to try to get it on Norkovicius. Puck goes loose, though, and we're still playing along here. So right over, and now waiting for it back again, though, in the neutral zone. An opportunity for Kiesel as he'll wait for something. As he gets the shot on, but not quite able to pull it through. Buck gets sandwiched, but still just pulls it through as then intercepted as well. Bracken keeps it in the zone, waiting for an opportunity, going a little bit high, though, as Caleb Kiesel's fighting for it in the zone. Right in front of us is Patton. Patton to Buck. Going to try for it. Patton gets the shot and just goes wide right. Just a little rushed and doesn't pull it through, but Kobe Johnson will have it now on that far side, waiting for it back again, as Aiden Granica is going to be the one to stop him. So not sure what they'll call here, but we'll have a stoppage in play. 16:05 left in your second period. As Bowling Green now will up their score, or up their shot total to 14 over Louisville's 10 that we've seen so far today. So Bowling Green has had the advantage in terms of shots that we've seen quite a bit today. I mean, that's been a key aspect of things, you know, is the shots that are needed. But now here we'll go right back for it again. But able to get it right out. Now Ted Schulze has a bit of a rush. Schulze and Roden, and then the shot just off and through. We have a third. JT Webb will go and through, and it's a good field goal there. Off the deflection into the net. JT Webb looking for his second goal of the season. He got his first one of his career at Ann Arbor against the Michigan Wolverines. Was the F3 there and so close to be pulling that one through as Schulze was pinching just a bit there to try to get that on. As we continue, that one going right up. As that one just gets past Bentley a little bit. Now we'll have an opportunity. Whit Proctor looking for a shot on net. Doesn't quite pull it through, and now here you go, waiting for it the other direction. As that one going to be waved off. JT Webb going to be pinching heavily into that zone, waiting for it, but now Louisville has a bit of an attack, and Patton going to be able to get a hit on and recover the puck as well, as that one gets taken right on to Cooper. As that one moving along for Louisville, a bit of a Russian pass, ends up on the stick of John Lane as he'll now have it, and then taking it right back again for JT Webb. Gets it across. Ronan McLaughlin now has the puck. Waiting for it, going across, and now Jack Kleinau going to be chasing for it for the defense against the number 11 of Bennett Randone. But now going right back and through is going to be Melandra, and then riding through and across and away. That one not going to be on Norkovicius, and that one's still in front. A bit of a scruffle for it. Goes up to the fence for Louisville, as now they'll try it again. C.J. Brown going to be chasing after it. Now he'll have an opportunity, and that one gets out to center. So now the Cardinals going to be forced on a breakout again. The tip pass going right on in is going to be from the number 15, the sophomore Josh Atkins. Is now they'll take it right back and through. And going in front, and a one-timer, Louisville scores. It's 3-2. The late night crowd will celebrate there, as now Louisville will get a good knock on that one, and we'll wait for something here. And looks like it'll be scored by that number 21 that we've seen in Graham Jacobs, the freshman out of Easton, Connecticut, will get the opportunity. As now we'll wait through it again. And now here we go, taking it right back and for it. Going to be trying for something, as now McMullen's able to keep that in the zone. Gets past Budai, though, for Bowling Green. As now Louisville going to have an opportunity, waiting for it again here, and then they'll have it. going back and through. And so a bit of a wait and then a bit of a no pressure situation as well. But Bowling Green down by 1 now. McMullen has it deep for the Falcons as they'll try to get it through and away, and then ends up getting picked up by the number 18 of John Cohn, who's trying to get it across and then gets it through and then waiting for it back again. The puck still loose in the neutral zone, gets picked up by the Sea of White of Louisville as now they're waiting for it and then trying for the defensive pass. That one gets past the wall though, and now McMullen going to be chasing for it. The Falcons almost gains possession, loses his feet. Zaritsky loses it as well, and so does C.J. Brown, but now they'll be forced to break out again as Levin's able to get the pass there and then going the other way in an offside situation against Louisville. Will knock them just a bit deep as now we will have a 3-2 game still, 13:29 left. And we'll wait back for it again here so far. And so now we'll restart and get back to where we left things off with. And now going back and forth and now going up the center as now Mark Rudo is going to have it and tries to get the breakout situation. Now Ryan Hoover will have it. He takes it right on back. Granica with the puck as well. Over to Hoover, waiting for something. And now here they'll have it. Bracken Buck with Mark Rudo waiting for it. And then Higgins needs to get Rudo out. Going to be costly of those 2 seconds, but still here we'll go again. As now Ant has the puck, gets it over to Captain Rudo, and then takes it right back through, but a bit of a defense by Nymphius there for the Louisville Cardinals, and then taken right in, waiting for it as well as Hoover is going to be trying to get a back check there, takes Hester down inadvertently, but the dump and chase action going to be right on in there by the number 51 is Ed Petrie. And so we'll take it right through, and Hoover gets possession of the puck. Going to be forcing Louisville kind of right by their own bench, but still taken out to the neutral zone. The defense going to be knocked just a little bit by Mark Rudo. John Cohen, the 4th year, was trying for that one. And so here we'll take it the other way. Now down low between the two, and the shot on net for Louisville. Will try but not pull through. Whit Proctor, the sophomore with the attempt from Lyons Township High School, will try it but not pull it through. So 12 shots on net. 2 back-to-back goals on the shots in the 10th and 11th. This one will break the streak, as now only 3 shots on net separate these two teams. And now taking it back and weighing through, and then right on to Norkovicius. Going to get it, and that will just be a quick turnaround with now 12:19 and counting left as we wait for this one again here. And so here you go again. That one takes it back and going through the draw and motion as we'll wait for it and through, and then a little bit of breathing room as well in terms of what actually can happen. But now here you go at 12:08 and counting. Here you have it deep in your own territory. You need to try to get something here, especially if you're Bowling Green down 1. You had a bit of a lead today, your first time this season that we've been able to see a lead out of the orange and brown, but here it goes. Bracken Buck now with the puck. Going to be taking it across. A lot of pinching today by the defense. And here goes Buck right on net, trying for it, and the shot just through. And then Kiesel just not able to connect, and kept in the zone though by Kiesel, able to get past his mistake. Over to Gobble, back to Kiesel again, kept in by Bentley. The attempt on net going to be just fallen short by Whit Proctor, who's able to get a piece of it. And now 11:30 and counting left. Going right through off the stick of Bentley, going to the far side off the tip. Taken right back for Louisville as now they'll have it right in front. Going all the way to the far right side now going to be the number 27 of John Lane. Looks like we get tripped up just a little bit here on an offside call with 11:18 left in the second period. So now we wait and get ready for it after the offside. Looks like it can be who else but Nolan Patton to take the draw here, and then that goes out to the left wing and then up to the defense. And it looks like it's going to be Patton and then Bentley as well, chasing that puck deep in the corner that we see there on that far side, and then waiting for it back again, going to try it, and then right off Norkovicius as it's taken to the corner as well, waiting for something, and then here we'll go back again. Zaritsky going to have the puck, and Patton lays a hit as an immediate whistle will be called. And we'll have to wait to see the result in terms of what they want. Looks like we had a puck out of play. No hard feelings between Patton and Zaritsky. We'll be right back at center ice with 10:58 so far. Here we go. a beautiful morning for hockey, as now here we'll have it just a little bit further. And so now Patton going to have the puck on as well. And to be trying to get some breathing room with it with Graham Jacobs. Is that one going down and through? You're going to be waiting for it as well. JT Webb going to be one of the Falcons to chase for it. Is now 3-2 is your score still. So we'll get moving along here. And the draw taken away, going back to Ted Scholze. Going to try to get it on that far corner, and then going back to Patton. Patton tries to throw it in front, and then the opportunity just missed barely by Tanner Amos. Going to try for it, and that one going across. They're going to wave off the icing, and we'll take it back the other way as we wait a little bit further along. Back to the neutral zone, though. And Zaritsky going to be the target. Tanner Amos going to be pinching up a little heavily, then takes it right back and through. Scholze now with an opportunity. Back to Amos. Right at center, a 3-on-2 goes across to McLaughlin in front over the stick of Amos. As now they'll wait back and through, and now Blank going to have the puck for Louisville. He takes it on that far side. Scholze, the defenseman, taking him over and far as that one goes through and in front. Going to be waiting for it a little bit more, but now Ted Scholze has the opportunity. 15 versus 15 as he's going against Atkins. But then a shot going to be high by Patton over the net. Hits the I guess the protective netting, not the actual net, and then here we'll go and see it with 9:57 left in the second period so far. Just wait on in the corner as now Kleinow looks like he'll take the draw for Bowling Green, and then we'll see McMullen and Brown, the other two with Budai and Conway as your defensive pairing, as Liam Conway tries to keep it in the zone and then he's unable to, forcing Budai to go back as we take it through it again here. We have a big number 75 for the University of Louisville chasing after that. And then here you have it, and that one going across and through. And then here we go and going to take it across. And they will call the icing eventually. And it'll be, they're going to roll it at center ice. And I wonder if there's a discussion between the referee and the linesman. Looks like they're going to have to talk this one through here in terms of what the actual call will be and whether or not it was an icing. But if you're the Falcons, you really need to get it at center ice. You can't really afford to go all the way back down, so going to center would be the most ideal. But now here we go. Hester going to be the man to take the draw going against Kleinow, as we'll go right on in and then waiting it through and goes deep into the territory as now Brown's going to look for it and then get a bit of a knock from Hester and now waiting for it as then as well. But McMullen's able to get the pass, not quite through to Conway. Just barely missed it, but Kleinow is able to recover and just goes through and behind the net as now that takes it away. And Hester has the opportunity just right off Conway, and then I'm going to rule a hand pass as it hit Liam Conway's hand and then goes to Austin McMullen, who tried to get it close but not quite, as now here we have it. 9:05 in the second period so far, and just a bit of a miscommunication, and there you will have. And so here we are, getting it back in a way here again. Is that one going through and going to try for it, and then going to have it and just right across barely, and then Budai is able to keep it in, waiting for it, and the opportunity tries a Patrick Kane style as he was pinching, and then Kleinow was able to keep it up, but puck does not follow through, as Liam Conway will now have it, has to get that right back in, and they will roll an icing on it. And going to be a bit unfortunate, but now the line of Rudo and Hoover going to go out as well with Anthony Higgins, and then Bracken Buck and Aiden Granica, that defensive pairing we'll see. So that is what we will have, and just going to continue on with it. And then here you go, just a lot of anticipation as well in terms of what else we'll see, but the puck is dropped, and here we go right back for it again. Going in the corner deep, going to be waiting for it, and then goes right on to Higgins. He'll have a chance for it, and then waiting, and then going in from it, but then going to not be able to stay in his lane, as now John Lane's going to be stopping him from it. And Hoovers has an opportunity. Ryan going to fumble the puck, though, just behind the net. Going to try it back to Bracken Buck, who now has it. Gets past two for the Cardinals. Zaritsky going to be the man into the corner. Going to be chasing after it as well against Hoover, and then Higgins as well. And that one going across. And then trying for it. Intercepted by Rudo. Got to get on sides in time. Just goes to Zaritsky, back for it again. So now Bracken Buck has it down low, waiting for it. Intercepted, though, going to try it, and the shot attempted, and just quite through by John Lane, the man who tried for it. And then Hoover gets it across to Rudo on the ice. Rudo with the opportunity, the shot off the post. And if that was the one, that was the one. But it goes post to ceiling. And boy, oh boy, was that close. But now we'll see Updike, Kiesel, Gobble, and then Ted Scholze and Owen Bentley out there for this one. So now going, and Updike has the opportunity, looking for a second today, but goes right into the glove of A.J. Cooper. And so takes it away from it again here. And so now here you'll have it. Gobble going to be taking the draw back for it again. Going to be won by Louisville, though. That number 21 of Graham Jacobs, and then takes it right back and through. And Updike getting a bit of a hook there. And then from Jacobs, but not quite through and away, as Ted Scholze is able to keep it in the zone. Seth Gobble and Andrew Updike there for support. Going right back through. Kiesel going to lose his man in front of the net and then try to chase after it, as Louisville will now have the puck. Updike, though, on the back check. Then Owen Bentley going to be trying to force wide that. Number 77 of Jack Blank, as that will take it away and through. And then trying for it back again. 7-11 and counting left so far, as this one could be the other opportunity, but now Updike chasing after it, as now he'll have possession and then loses it right back to Louisville again. John Cohn has the puck. Going to be waiting for it, as Owen Bentley going to be chasing right down into the corner for Bowling Green to look for the opportunity. Bentley taking it through from Kiesel, and now into possession from Seth Gobble. Taking it away, and now we'll find out what else they can do with it, as Owen Bentley's able to keep it in the zone, takes it right into the corner, as Gobble's going to be a bit of a back check, and so is JT Webb. And now here he goes with Tanner Amos, with Owen Bentley on defense, able to force that into the corner, waiting for it back again behind the net, and then going out to the right, waiting through, and then that's a Norkavicius. Is that in the net? And no, it's not, as the save is made and the lines are changed. So let's take a look here and see what else we'll have for it with 6:23 left in the second period. Looks like the line of Nolan Patton going to be out there and for some support, and then keeping it with Liam Conway going out on defense as well in terms of what we'll see with that. And then here it goes right back and through, as now Tanner Amos gets it to former man and JT Webb, as Amos has an opportunity, loses possession though, and gains notoriety as Webb tries to pass out to Budai, and then just able to not quite pull it through, but got close indeed. So now we'll take it on the far side, going for Liam Conway, as he's an opportunity. The intended target was Tanner Amos, but loses it just a little far, as Zaritsky now had the puck originally, and now fighting for it as center, as Amos has it on the far side, going through. JT Webb looking for it into Amos, and then Patton has an opportunity, gets the pass in front to Conway, and off the post again is Tanner. That one going through to the neutral zone. They're going to rule a no ice just off the tip. Looks like the number 55 of Kobe Johnson was able to get a hold of it. And here we go, and taking it through again. Right back for C.J. Brown, loses possession, taken again by Lane, and then taken by Budai, who's going to roll it in. No offside, and in net, and a goal! Ryan Budai ties it up, 5:19 in the second period. Wear some shades on that one. The 19th shot today goes back to the net by number 28. Ryan Budai pinches up the sophomore, pulls through, and ties it up at 3. Now going back for it again. Budai going to be chasing it right back to Norkavicius, trying for it as well. And now here we go, waiting back through it again. Going across though and waiting for it, and in front, a bit of an interception, and
gets it right back is going to be the number 28 for Louisville and Whit Proctor. So Budai originally got it, and then 4-3 for Louisville. Going to be Whit Proctor. So the action of 28 here so far makes it a 4-3 game. Unfortunate to see for Bowling Green, but we'll take it right back through and wait just a little bit more here again. And there you'll have it. And so just the draw goes right back to Bracken Buck as he'll be forced to take it down and deep and then wait for where else they can go. And then that's going to be a cross. They're going to look to wave it off, but it will pull through as Atkins was there, and so is Rudo. Loses the puck as Cooper tried to clear it. Goes right back to Rudo. Is now looking for his options. Over to Granica, going for the shot. Looks like it hits a blocker and then moving through. But kept in the zone by Mark Rudo and Anthony Higgins, the two, and then Hoover there for support on the close side. Bracken Buck, the defenseman as well. On the far side, you got Aiden Granica. Buck keeps the puck in and then just rolling it back along. Right to Hoover, who tries a wraparound. And looks like a bit of a shove, and then Higgins going to get a piece of that as well. And some more to follow. So the puck is kept in the zone. But at what cost? As Hoover was kind of just beating a dead horse there. But, I mean, you know you have the strength if you're Hoover. You know it's never over till it's over, until you hear that whistle. And really got close on that opportunity here. And, I mean, we saw this with the Budai goal. Anything could happen, and it can happen at unexpected times. So the draw taken back. Rudo going to try the shot. Looks like it gets a bit of a deflection. Could have gone anywhere. It could have been off Nymphius. It looks like that was the most reasonable option as this one goes out to center. And then Granica's just going to get the dump, and we'll take it right back in with Hoover and Rudo. And then that's off Ryan Hoover as he now has possession of it. Looking out in front. Does he still have it? No, he doesn't. And then Zaritsky and Rudo going to be chasing after it as well. But kept in by Bracken Buck, and that's a high shot. As that just gets an unhinged deflection, as now Louisville will have it the other way. Feet lost, though, by Blank, as now we're taking it along. And waiting back through as Bracken will have the puck in the corner for the Falcons. Then just takes it across a little bit. Blank going to be a bit on the forecheck side. Waiting for what he can do, and then goes across, and a nice pass from Rudo. Just gets it to Higgins, as now he'll try to get through, and a trip going in, as that one will be warranted. And now Bowling Green will see a power play here today, as we will proceed along with that. And yep, there we'll get the number 13 is Sam Zaritsky for the trip. And definitely clear as day. Nobody's going to argue that in terms of what exactly happened. I mean, we all just saw it, but really, too, going to be a way that we saw it. And, I mean, now here you go, waiting for it back again. So 2 minutes go on the clock, waiting for it again here. The Falcon power play begins with C.J. Brown going cross ice now to Ted Schulze. Looking for somewhere to go, going through. As now Updike will pick up that puck and trying for it right in front of us, as now he'll wait, going back again. Looking for a second goal of the night. Updike going to get it in a nice shot, but picked up by A.J. Cooper right in the glove. The 20th shot today will be a beautiful glove save to be made by A.J. Cooper. Puck taken back again, waiting for it through. As Andrew Updike at the defense position, just waiting for it a little bit more, as C.J. Brown at the left wing. Gobble at center, waiting for it on the right side. Goes right back up. Ted Schulze to Updike again, waiting for it. As that shot on net, trying for it. A loose puck going to be trying. And no, it will not fall through, and that one was close indeed, but not quite going to be all that was anticipated. So here you'll have it again. With 2:42 left, C.J. Brown in front of us. And then so is Andrew Updike with Ted Schulze as well. Now they're going to have Jack Kleinow at center and Seth Gobble at right, as that one gets dropped and taken back and through. Going up is Updike, who now has it, waiting through it again. Looking for where he can go, and just off the skate of Melandra, but in front and just wide, and then off the post. Updike gets it as well, falls short. And now C.J. Brown gets that one up to Ted Scholze and then falls through. And a good clear for Louisville on the penalty kill as now Updike will have the puck, tries to get it through and back again, and Melandra loses his legs as well. Back to C.J. Brown, and then Andrew Updike trying for it back again. And gonna need it here and looking, and then the shot just off the blocker and then right into the net up high with 40 seconds left so far as we proceed along here. So we take a look at this and see what else there is available. Obviously tomorrow we will have Louisville as well, but going back along is now Higgins will take the draw here again with Jacobs, as now this one goes right back up. Granica going to be there with Rudo as well on the defense, as now Mark is the only man alone. Takes it right back up and then going a little bit back, and then the other defenseman there, and Aiden Granica will now find his marking of it, and then Higgins tries for it and loses it just barely, but now Granica going to be pinching up again, going to be trying for it, goes back to Hoover, waiting for it and goes wide right, as that one will leave the zone as well, just barely missed by McMullen. And then picked up by Rudo, who now has a bit of a rush. 3 seconds and counting remain in the penalty for the Cardinals, and there's Rudo, and he does not follow through as he'll get tripped up. Then Granica has the puck now and an opportunity and just falls short a bit, and that's past Higgins as well. And Louisville will take full advantage of that, moving along the other direction. Going to be the number 27 of John Lane who has possession of it. Waiting for something as well with 1:04 and counting left in the second period, as that one will be taken, but Lane the shot and just going wide right. After that, it gets knocked by Norkovicius. 54 seconds and counting left as we keep it moving along as well, but that one be on Norkovicius. And a bit of a collision as well with Higgins. It sounded like he tried to hit Mitch kind of after the whistle, but not sure if that's actually the case. But nonetheless, here you have it with 49 seconds remaining so far in the second period. And so now we take it back and through again. Waiting for it from here, but getting it across. And then Tanner Amos going to try to get it. A shot on goal there. Indeed, a bit of a reverse hit as well, as that one goes up to Conway. Looking for it, and the shot just tries and falls just a bit short, but picked up by A.J. Cooper. And so here you have it. And waiting back through and again. And so waiting back through it again. And a bit of a mix-up there, taken for it, and then Budai gets it across. Liam Conway tries the shot, whiffs it though, and just gets it a little fall through, but still able to keep it in the zone, so credit to him on that. 22 seconds and counting remain in the period so far as we wait a little bit more, and then goes up to Conway, tries for it in front, and not quite. Then a tip off Amos gets it up to the ceiling as Louisville will now change, or no, they will not. Looks like they were going to, but, well, they will get approval since they are the home team. So now we will have a new rise, and then tries to get it on as Liam Conway, and then waiting through, and Budai looking for a second. Block shot, though, by Blank. Loses his feet in front, and a high stick going to be by Blank, as they'll pull it through with less than a second, and then a bit of a collision there at the end, and going after Amos, and Webb going to get on in there as well, as they're fighting for it as well. Webb gets up. Still not sure who's quite on there. McLaughlin's up, Amos is up, and not in it. Jacobs got in it. Looks like Jacobs got in a bit of an altercation with Webb, and then Levin got in it with Budai, but still, Bowling Green will trail one right after that, and we'll take ourselves a bit of a break before the second intermission report, and we will be right back to BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. Welcome back, everybody, to the second intermission report here as we proceed along. Bowling Green currently losing 4-3 after an intense bout at it as Ryan Budai was able to tie the game up, and then we saw a little bit more, and then just going an unfortunate turn of events. We have Whit Proctor, the other 28, who was able to get the goal, turns at 4-3. I know we made a bit of a note here with the shots, and currently at that, Bowling Green has 23, as Louisville to 15 so far in this period, but quite as well. The breakout's still trying after it, and that's kind of a big thing that Bowling Green is trying to pinpoint specifically, is that situational breakout where they're looking for it, and then they're kind of falling short in some aspects, but they're still having momentum. But it's really just kind of a turntables and where they're going at it, and what the overall direction one could say is where they have it. So beyond, the situations up ahead, Bowling Green really needs a period here to try to avoid a loss to Louisville, because currently in this league, Indiana, Denison, Louisville, and Bowling Green have yet to receive a single league point. So that's something to look out for as well. And, in terms of kind of the difficulties ahead, and if Louisville can get 3 points here in a regulation victory, that will definitely be detrimental to Bowling Green and where they're trying to go this season. But beyond that, Ohio State's really been running ahead with it. The 19 points they have so far in the league is putting them 3 ahead of the other Ohio team in Ohio University, and then Michigan and Miami tied with 15. Dayton has 4, and then it's zeros from the other way down. So that's what you have in the league as well. But so far today in terms of scoring, Budai, Updike, the 2 as well for Bowling Green that are most notable that we've seen so far. And then getting out early, I believe it was Owen Bentley as well who got it. And then beyond them, we saw some more going through it, and we saw Louisville step up. And I mean, it started out with Patrick Melandra. He got the first goal, but then beyond him, we saw more of it. And it ended up being Whit Proctor who got the last one up ahead, who gives Louisville the lead. And so that's what it has it in a battle so far to this just today between Mitchell Norkovicius and A.J. Cooper. Between the two, Cooper the only goaltender for Louisville. They do not have a backup on their roster or on the bench in general, and Bowling Green has 3 on the roster, and Tim Whitehead, who has not dressed tonight, Riley Martin, who is the backup, and then Mitchell Norkovicius, the starter, is who you have. And then beyond him, some other notable ones out tonight that we've seen is Ryan Shostak, as well as the unfortunate one in Cartagena, who is out with a concussion right now. And then Bowden Stoller did not dress tonight as well for the orange and brown. But we've seen quite a bit of couple lines as well, with Tanner Amos and JT Webb been moving along well. And then you see that Hoover line with Rudo refusing to give up, and then Anthony Higgins, the freshman, moving in with a couple old timers in Rudo and Hoover. Hoover being a junior and Rudo being a 5th-year senior. Originally transferred on that, but we've seen some more breathing room and momentum from that. But here we go. Going to be back in just a moment. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome back, everybody, to Louisville, Kentucky, as here we are. The BGSU Falcons head to their third and final period of regulation. Thank you for everybody for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour here. And here we go. Quite the days of anticipation. We will conclude the second intermission. And here we go now. As Riley Martin going to give us some attention as well. Right on the glass, and now here we go at it in anticipation as 2 penalties will be served right now. So I believe it will be a 4-on-4 to begin as we have C.J. Brown, Mark Rudo, and then Bracken Buck and Aiden Granica as the 4 out for Bowling Green. And then here we have it as well, the 4 going out for Louisville, Kentucky, the Cardinals now. Going to be waiting back for it as now Cone going to be on the wing, and then so is Whit Proctor. With 1 defenseman they will have, and then the draw to be taken by Melandra. That defenseman specifically going to be Josh Atkins, as C.J. Brown's able to dump that one in, and we will proceed along. 10 seconds now into the third period, but going right back, and Cooper just going to find the puck for perfect timing, and that will be covered up. So now we'll wait back for it again and keep this one rolling along, as now C.J. Brown will be able to keep it into the zone, and we will be chasing right back after it a little bit. Again, Brown going to be the one on the forecheck, and so will Mark Rudo, but Mark Rudo going to be backing up a bit, and Buck going to be right with Proctor on it, as now Bracken has the puck, gets that one across to Granica, just going to bounce it off to his partner as well. Back to Buck again, and right in front, Brown breaks his stick, as we will now take McMullen out onto the ice, and then Ted Scholes, he goes out there with Liam Conway as well as we get back at it. Trying to go across and not quite, just falling a bit short. We'll keep this one moving along, and then goes back. Ted Scholes, he now has an opportunity. Going on the far side, looking for it in the shot. Gets blocked just there by Cooper, and we take this one through, as now Kleinow will have the puck and going to be waiting for it, and then going through just on Conway. No icing to be called, 43 seconds and counting left in both penalties. The shot count 23 so far for Bowling Green, as that one goes across from McMullen. Ends up intercepting it though, and goes right back across to Raynone. And here they'll go, and then just across ice, and just the clear to be made by Atkins. But Blank going to be chasing right after for it. Now Liam Conway has the puck, as he'll just move it along the other way. Back to Ted Scholes again, waiting for it. Moving along to McMullen. McMullen from Jacobs, and then goes right back, as now it is taken by Louisville. They're chasing after it just a little bit, and McMullen going to have the puck into that corner. Waiting a little bit more, as now he'll take it. The bank pass will go right across from Scholze, and then over along, as now Saritsky going to be having it for the Louisville defense. And then taking it back, that'll go past Hoover. Going to try to get another one on net. Norka Vicious going to be able to make a stop there, though, with 17:46 left in the third period. And so now we wait just a little bit more here, and going to go right on after it. As now 17:46 remains, and now we'll take it through. Lane to take it away, and so will be Anthony Higgins going out there. Owen Bentley and Higgins, the Buffalo duo, going to be trying after it, as they will have some opposition, but that one to go past Hoover, and the shot on net going to be blocked and staved away by Norkovicius. The attempt made by John Lane, as now we're going up the other way. So now down low, going to be chasing after it. Looking for somewhere to go is the Cardinals, and now they'll have it. Owen Bentley going to be the defenseman. Lane right through it. Norkovicius the stop from Proctor, as that one goes nowhere, but back on the stick of Whit Proctor. He will have it waiting through it just a little bit longer. And then Rudo is able to get it to Hoover, and then Mark Rudo going to be chasing after for it again. He keeps it on his stick, and he'll have it. So Rudo looking for an opportunity, just gets it across. And that one goes back to the neutral zone, as now Buda is able to clear that one back in, and now he'll have it up front. So now that goes Raynon with the puck, goes past a couple, going across, and not quite. The attempt was made, but not quite to Kobe Johnson. It was now 16:44 and counting left in the third period. Owen Bentley going to have the puck now for Bowling Green. Getting it back now again to Budai. Budai now right across to Kiesel, not quite and through, and a bit of a trip. But now it's on the stick of Hoover looking for somewhere to go. And Kiesel an option, or excuse me, Budai an option, but he'll end up changing, and then no ice called. So now Kiesel going to be chasing down in. That one goes right back over to Buck, as now he'll have it. A bit of a pinch here for the defense, as we've seen quite a bit today so far. Loses it, however, Updike the shot just a bit high. And now Granica going to be the one back to treat this one here, and then taking it along is now Gobble to have the puck going on the right side. Waiting for it, and then across, and not quite, just falls a bit short, as they'll wait for it again here just a little bit. Updike gets that one across over to Granica. Now Aiden has it on the far corner, waiting for somewhere to go here. Still on a stick, in front, but not quite. And still tried for it after the pass, as that one going far out into the corner, and then waiting for somewhere else. And in front, and the attempt made by Updike just goes a bit above the net. And then Granica goes right back and up, but just throws it right back into the corner to keep it low and keep it away. And then we'll have a bit of a whistle. And the referee looks like he will call just a subtle hook there. And Bowling Green will be forced onto the penalty kill here with 15:30 left in regulation. Looks like they'll get Seth Gobble here, and they'll get him on a hooking call. And so getting it back away here, just trying for it, as now Kleinau will be the option, and then going with Melandra, as we've seen him at center a bit today. Got the first goal for the Cardinals, but this one going right back and through, as this one proceeds along more. So into the corner for the Cardinals. They need somewhere to go, and just waiting for it back and again. But they'll keep it moving. A bit of a break here, and then going on the far side, the corner, and the shot attempt on Norkovicius, not quite able to pull it through. And the attempts made by Proctor, but going the other way is Kleinau. Proctor going to try to get in the way of it. And then here they go, moving along, but not quite. It just gets it across and right into the middle. And so now, and a bit of a hit there on Kleinau. Melandra had the puck, but not quite able to hold on. And then gets it right back and through, and then up to the front. And going to need something, as now Bentley's also there, and so is Scholze, who has the puck and is able to clear it, and then goes it the other way. No icing due to the penalty kill, as now Bowling Green going to get a change that they need. And takes it on in the corner, as we see it a little bit more. Melandra now will have the puck and takes it up and through and across past Mark Rudo, and chasing for it a little bit more. So now Lane needs something, and then gets it up and across. Cohn back to Lane again, back to Cohn at the defense, trying for something again here. 46 seconds and counting left in that penalty. Waiting for it a little bit more, and then back to Lane. Up for it again. Cohn the shot, blocked by Rudo. Does he hold on? No, he doesn't. A breakaway, Mark Rudo. Here he goes. A 2-on-0 for Bowling Green. Across, and a goal! Austin McMullen makes it a 4-4 game here from Rudo to McMullen. How do you do? It's now 4-4. With 14:01 left, the shorthanded goal for once. Normally Bowling Green's the one giving up the shorthanded goal. Not today, though. They will tie this one up 4-all in the third period. Just an unfortunate situation against A.J. Cooper, but just resilience there by Bowling Green to keep this one going, as this one gets right across. Liam Conway, though, going to take it out and clear it. And looks like someone could have potentially got hit, but I don't think anybody did in terms of how it's being reacted to. So now there you'll have it, and here we go, just waiting for it a little bit more. Now 13:51 and counting left. And so now we wait just a little bit further at it, and then taking this one back and away is the main target, and Zaritsky going to have it, and then gets it right back and through. And so now just waiting a little bit further. Right in front, the shot goes out wide right, and then waits for it. And then taking it through in the corner, but going back through is Proctor. Block shot by Conway. as he's able to get there and through. So now Liam Conway going to be forcing the puck down on the far side, waiting for it with Mark Rudo, who now has it as well with C.J. Brown trying for it, and then Liam Conway going to be able to get a bit of a clear out there. And so now here you have it. Going down low, though. Conway pinching heavily here, especially as a defenseman, but still, here you go. Waiting for what could be the result here so far, as we will now be at even strength between these two. And no icing called there, taking it back and away again. And so the JT Webb line with Nolan Patton and C.J. Brown, the defense, and now we'll have a bit of a controversial call. They're going to give a roughing call to Nolan Patton, and Bowling Green will be shorthanded again. I mean, we saw the last time Bowling Green was shorthanded how that turned out, so hopefully not the end of the world, but still a call here. And JT Webb, who got a penalty earlier, they'll keep him out there, and C.J. Brown and then Bracken Buck and Aiden Granica going to be the others. Looks like they'll have Melandra, Blank, Cone, Proctor. Well, Blank will go, and then Cone and Lane going to stay. And then Proctor, Melandra, and then Jacobs as well going to be the line. And the 5 for the Cardinals as Bracken Buck has it. Takes it away from Jacobs, gets the clear, and then no ice due to the penalty kill. Takes it right back to A.J. Cooper. So now 12:42 and counting left in the third period, trying for something else here and going to be waiting for it. This one to go right back and up. Webb on a bit of a back check. Granica to pinch a bit, goes past the two of them and then takes it away is for Buck, and then trying for it is C.J. Brown, going to now be using some speed and trying to go on deep into it, as now we have it into the corner, waiting just a little bit more. And where else it can go, and then JT as well. Going to be one of the men to chase, as now Lane will have it and trying through it. As now Granica as well gets a stick tied up with Lane a little bit. No hook called, but Melandra now has it deep. And then back to Lane again, gets the shot, and then the one-timer on Norkavicius gets it through. And a beautiful save there. Norkavicius gets a bit of extracurricular play on him, and there you have it. And so now here you have it again. No retaliation from Bowling Green on that one. Puts us here at the minute 3. Only one will stay in the box. Rudo a bit of a jump there on the right, but McMullen going to take the draw for the Falcons. Taking this one back through again, a bit 2-on-2 action into the corner. Waiting for something again here, trying for it in terms of what actually could happen. Still to be determined, but this one going through gets a high up, and now an opportunity for Cone. Is he going to try for it as Bentley's out there with Scholze on the defense. Gets it through and then trying in front and then taken away by Bentley. As now McMullen will have it as well and gets it through and up. They're going to say that puck is offsides. Louisville not going to touch it. And it's still rolling. Bowling Green had an opportunity and will just take it away. So 25 seconds remain in the penalty. And now we'll wait for it again. Looks like they'll have Rudo at the center, McMullen at right, Bentley going to have to step up at left wing and then leave Scholze on his own. Right in front of us with 25 seconds left in the penalty, gets it right back and through. McMullen gets the cross pass as Bentley will step up and then going right back and through. Mark Rudo, the lone attacker with McMullen, gets it back up and stays in. As now Bentley will be chasing after it. Blank going to try to intercept it. Goes up to the fence though for Zaritsky. And then right back with a shot attempt by Lane as Norkavicius will pick it up. So 4 seconds remain in the penalty here so far. As we wait and anticipation in terms of what could happen next. Going to be trying for it. Patton looking to get out and has high anticipation for this one. Just discussion and the wait here, and Louisville will finally get their group on the ice, and we'll be right back for it and wait here. McMullen to take the draw for your Falcons. Granica going to go over to the right and then to the left as now he'll get a clear out. Pass Rudo, and then back to McMullen again, and then off his stick, and finds itself out of play. We'll just drop right in front, and then here you have it. So 10:49 left after the play. We'll just stop, and then we'll take it, and we'll wait back a little bit more, and then going to try for it again here as that one goes right back to Granica, and we'll keep this one moving along and just takes it on up as now we'll proceed right in front, and just a bit of a tip, just barely missed by Updike, who gets this one up and waiting for it, and then going to need it, but really just in front. Going to go back and through it and try again, and still into the corner waiting for it. Over to Bracken Buck now as he'll have it. Goes cross ice to Granica, right through his stick. And then an opportunity just up ahead, waiting for it as well with Gobble and Updike, who are the two lone Falcons down there below, but a cross ice to Bracken Buck. Keeps it on his stick, going to be waiting for it on the far side, trying after it. Able to get it into the zone, though, and there they'll have it again as now we're waiting just a little bit longer, and then just in the corner, though, and getting try for it in front, but not quite, as Buck's going to have to try to hold on to it, chasing after. And the haul by the number 55 of Kobe Johnson. With 9:46 as Granica's able to get that one over Updike and get it back into the territory here, waiting for it just a little bit more. And so now just in the neutral zone, waiting for it as well. Liam Conway going to need it for something, and then going right back and through. And here you have it again, and then just back to Kleinow. Going to need something, and then in the corner, still after it again, but in front, trying for it and not quite. And so that one gets it up and away as now Conway's down below, and so Scholze, but back to Melandra, who looks for an opportunity in front. The one-timer is attempted by Josh Atkins, but not quite able to connect as no icing is called. C.J. Brown going to be chasing right after it on John Cohn as he will lose possession of it, but Louisville picks it right back up with the number 28 of Whit Proctor. And so now here they'll have it back again. Bowling Green able to keep it in with Budai. Gets the shot on net. Loose puck save, and just over again for C.J. Brown, who tried the shot and fell just a bit short, but gets it right back and up, and then gonna have a potential icing, and yet the hand is up. And the whistle is not blown as there will be no icing. With the delayed penalty up ahead, Mark Rudo now has it. The shot on net. Just get it right back and up. Budai now has it. As he'll get knocked a bit and then shakes it back and through. And looks like we'll have a penalty coming up on Louisville. We'll see what the official makes the call on it. And I've not seen anything yet in terms of what the gesture is, but going to be discussing it here. Bowling Green with 25 shots on net, 4 of those going back and behind. As for Louisville, they have had 20 so far, with also 4 going behind. And Coach Harper here with that happening. Yep, they'll take a 2-minute minor. As Bowling Green will be on the power play here with an opportunity down low in their offensive zone. Getting it back for it again here, and takes it back and away as we proceed here. And then in the corner, we wait for it again. Just going back up to Granica, who needs something. Going across to McMullen as well, but into the territory that's deep, just trying for it behind the goal line. It ends up going up to Mark Rudo, playing defense so far in this shift. Going right back across to Higgins, and then goes to Granica, who will have it in the neutral zone and then takes it in. They'll just barely save it in the nick of time. And so now waiting through it again, back to Granica, trying for it, and the shot just off the blocker. Not quite going to pull it through, but goes right back to Rudo, then Granica again. Back to Rudo, one-timer, just tried for it. And not quite, looks like that'll knock right into the net. As we've seen so far, the shots from the point not quite pulling through, but still, we'll have 1:14 left in the penalty, 7:28 to go in regulation, but here you have it. Quite a day so far As the puck is dropped, goes right back to Granica and then back to Rudo again. On the defense for Bowling Green, into the corner for McMullen, as now he'll be the one to have it. So McMullen just skating some circles right on the shot and tried for it. A bit of a knocker, but it goes right back to Gobble, who has an opportunity here. So Seth Gobble with the puck, looking for where he can go. Grites it back to Rudo, and then the one-timer right to McMullen. Not quite the one-timer, though. Had to resurface it, and the fight in front. On top of Cooper, trying for it. The whistle's been blown multiple times, and they're still going after it. So Gobble's on the ice. Looks like Jacobs might have been the one trying to start something. Not sure as to what exactly, but but still here you'll have it. And going to get a bit of a direction as to what is going on, but Bowling Green will get a full change here to get Brown, Hoover, and Kleinow out for the forwards. And then for your defense, it's going to be Updike and Scholze, as this one takes it right back through. One back for Bowling Green on the draw, trying for it. As Scholze now has the puck right off the shin of C.J. Brown, almost tried for it, and then goes right back and through. As now he'll have an opportunity. Over to Updike, trying in front and not quite. Just out of the stick of Hoover, who needed something there but not going to pull it through. And then this one takes it back the other direction, and we'll try to find some more of it here as this one gets right back and through. Updike now with the puck, taking it on the far side. Gonna need something. Gets back Smolahandra, and we'll keep this one rolling along. Just right back. He'll pick it right back up again. On to Cooper, the attempt, but not quite. Melandra takes it away, but Updike with an opportunity again to take that one, as now Ted Scholze will be chasing after the puck here with 6:09 left and full strength between the two so far. So there they go. Right back to Kleinow, still has it in his stick. Going right up center, going to try for it over to the left. And the attempts by Conway, and not quite. And a narrow collision avoided by Hoover. On to Cooper, just needed to re-grab his balance. If he does fall, that could have been bad. But so far, here you go, 30 shot attempts on goal for those successful. Cooper playing quite a day. I mean, we see that too, and he was kind of with the Nashville Preds and juniors. But a goal for Bowling Green! You try, you don't succeed. You try, you try, you try. Give it up for Nolan Patton. He'll make it a 5-4 game here. And a beautiful goal puts Bowling Green in this lead in a big situation that they needed. Cooper, as we were saying, averaging so far this season 35 goals against. He had a .869 save percentage. Weren't quite seeing that statistically, and trying to make the point in how he's been playing so far today, and facing 31 shots, but the one will be unfortunate. Makes it 5-4 for Bowling Green, as they'll keep it moving along here. So now they'll take it right back in, trying for it again. Going to need anything they can. JT Webb going to be one of the culprits chasing after it as well. And so now they'll be just taking it back a little bit further. Going to need somewhere to go for it, and then so now waiting and going right back for it on right off Cooper, but trying for it and not quite. And so now here they'll need it again. Conway going to be the main chaser, trying for it. Less than 5 minutes to go, or nearing that mark with 5:04 and counting left, but goes right across to Kleinow. Looking for the jump here up ahead. Going to have a little bit of opposition in the number 18 of John Cohn, where it goes right back up to center, and now Liam Conway going to be chasing for it, as Bowling Green will have the lead again. Right back to Kleinow, going to need it. And as he'll get taken down on the trip, and then going to need it as well, but going right back and through and across, and that's going to be a tip puck, and chasing it right back in for Lane on Conway. As Louisville will bring more into the zone. 4:30 and counting left on Norcovicius to need it, but not quite able to, as now Proctor will get the puck on the far side, as Budai will get in there and chasing for him as well. McMullen as well, the other man, and Conway with the block. Taken to the corner now, it's going to be Lane for Louisville trying to go for it, and so is Proctor as they are behind the net in front. Melandra all alone. Norkovicius the save. The save again by Mitchell. As now Conway will take it through over to CJ Brown trying for it. Puck blocked though by Proctor. Gets it right back and through. CJ has an opportunity, gets the pass over to McMullen. And now here they'll go again for CJ Brown as he'll try to get that one in and then goes back and through. So just waiting a little bit more here. And going to need any chance they can with 3:40 and counting left. Going right back through and going in is Melandra, who needs it in front. Not quite. He'll take it right back again, trying for it, and not quite. Mark Rudo, who will be the new man to have the puck with 3:27 and counting to go. And now we'll wait for it back a little bit longer again, and here they'll have it. Just the moment they need and just an opportunity, and we will stop our play here with 3:18 and counting to go. And so now we'll wait just a little bit more, 3:18 and counting, until we will be done in regulation and go beyond that. Bowling Green still looking for their first win this season and their second win in the past two, as their last win came, if you remember, against the Dayton Flyers. It was a 5-4 win as well on December 7th, a Saturday, back in 2024. So looking for their first win since then. So just a bit of a breather here in terms of what actually would go on. We've got quite a crowd going with us as we have Ryan Shostak and then Ryan Filer Johnson as well, with Tim Whitehead joining us, and then Bowden Stoller behind as well. But 5-4 your score, folks, as we'll get this reset. 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the period as we take it right back into the corner deep. Going to need something along here, as now Higgins will have the puck and going to need it. Goes right back up to Ted Scholze. Trying for the puck again in front. The one-timer by Rudo just barely missed. As now that one goes right back through for Higgins. As that one through, the whistle blown. Hoover knocked again. But not quite for Bennett Raynone. As now we'll wait for it along here. And so waiting for it now. 3 minutes are now officially eliminated. We got less than that to go here in an early morning, late night, however you want to look at it. It's 2 a.m., folks, here in Louisville, as we're watching some hockey here. Going right back for it again. Going right over through it now. Owen Bentley has the opportunity. Gets it over to Ted Scholze. 2:43 and counting left. Going right back through to Higgins. Higgins to Hoover. Taking it along the other way in front. Past Rudo, not quite. And just pulls it through. As now they wait it right back and up for it again. 2:30 and counting left, waiting along here. And so we proceed and going right back the other direction. They're going to need something. Big hit by Higgins. Takes it right back in front and now takes it on the far side, looking for it as Rudo now tries to get it over to Hoover. Knocks right back into the zone, however. No sign of quit as Atkins will have the puck, and then 2:07 counts here, but Higgins is able to clear that one out, and going to be a icing call. Cone going to be the one. And they'll still call an icing on that. So a minute 58 will remain. Whether or not they'll pull Cooper, I'm not sure. They may wait a moment, but if the puck will be down in Bowling Green's defensive territory, this could be the time, as Bowling Green is leading here. 32 shots on goal so far today as to 20 from Louisville. Maybe that could have been the big difference here so far today. You know, we talk about it a lot, you know, especially as we've seen it go against the Falcons, though, normally is the shots on net, as Coach Harper is going to talk to his men here, as well as it looks like Seth Gobble is on the ice as well with McMullen, Updike, and Granica. And then I'm not sure who they will play for Louisville in terms, it looks like Mohandra's out there, Levine's out there. We could also see a little bit of the 27 action of John Lane, a freshman at 6'2", out of Lemon, Illinois. But one thing we know for certain with Louisville, they will have A.J. Cooper, the sophomore from Goshen, Kentucky, going to be in net with 118 seconds left in regulation. And taking it back here, Gobble at center against Lane, picked up by McMullen. Taking it right back. He stays. No, he doesn't stay on his feet. Got close. But a costly mistake, especially with Cooper pulled, and that will force him on a trip to go back out there. And so Cooper will be forced to go back out, and we'll have a 5-on-4 advantage here for Bowling Green with 1:49 and counting left. Looking to snap a 17-game winless streak if they have lost. And one of those losses last season coming to Louisville. The other Louisville game got canceled. Looking for their last win since December 7th in Springfield when they played the University of Dayton. But now it goes right back again. 1:42 and counting left, going for it again. They will be shorthanded the rest of the game, and we will have Lane. And Lane going through, knocked away by Updike. No goaltender. Cooper's out of the net. Taking it right back away. 90 seconds remain in the game, and now here it goes. Back to Updike again. Tries to get it across to Gobble, just falls a bit short, and no icing, waved off as where it landed. Gobble has it behind the net, trying for it, not quite. And then with 1:15 and counting left, still trying on their feet. Louisville not giving up anytime soon. The puck past Granica. Able to get a hold of it, though, and so is Uppy. And so goes right back in front, back to the neutral zone for the Louisville Cardinals, as John Cohn was going to have it, and then the dump going in for the number 6 of Nymphias, but goes behind the net now. Less than a minute remains in regulation. Gobble gets it to Updike, to Kiesel, who now has the puck, just needs to try to get it on net, and he'll get that through, but it's blocked by the number 11 of Bennett Raynon with 43 seconds left. Taking it right back and through, keeping it in the zone right in front for Kleinow. Goal! How fitting. Jack Kleinow, the junior, makes it a 6-4 game. And so there they'll have it. Going to be unlike the previous victory for Bowling Green with 36 seconds and counting left. And so now here you have it. You take the road trip down here. You leave at 12:30 in the afternoon. You stop in Findlay. But then you just have to haul it, and you wait and the wait and the wait in the hotel. Just pins and needles as to what will happen. And icing there by Bracken Buck with 29 seconds left. Then as I was saying, you wait and you wait for what will happen, and Ziggy indeed. And so what a day for Bowling Green hockey. Division I will defeat Windsor 6-3. A 5-4 victory, I believe, for the women clubbers, and a 6-4 victory for the men's team. Now here you go, 24 seconds and counting left. Here they go. Ronan McLaughlin chasing that one up. Just has to get it right out, and Liam Conway will now have possession of it. Taking this one deep. Liam now has it, looking for it on Cooper, just gets past Rudo. 10 seconds remain, and here you go. As the whistle is blown. And we'll wait for it again here. We have a Kobe time in 8 seconds, .24. But there's 18 seconds remaining in the penalty. And so now here we go, 7 seconds, 6, and another whistle. And just looking to get this one out here, and just waiting for it as to get back, but 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Kleinow, how fitting to be the last Falcon to touch the puck. It has been 315 days since the BGSU Falcons could consider themselves victors. 27 games without a win comes to an end on October 18th at 2:11 in the morning. And how in the world does that happen? Who knows? And a big win Bowling Green needs. They will now advance to 1-8. Louisville will fall to 0-9. Their home record will be 0-3. Bowling Green's away record will be 1-4. And we'll gain some league points from that. But a big victory for your Falcons. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us on such a late night. Huge thank you to Tim and Ryan for helping things behind the scenes. A huge thank you to Chip for helping us get out of the first period slump. But here you go. Ziggy, roll along, you BG Warriors. We'll be right back tomorrow, or I guess technically Sunday. We'll see how that goes with this weekend series against Louisville. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm Dan Ridenauer signing off, and I got 2 words for you. Game over.